Hello BookTube. So today I'm here to bring you my Let's Get Graphic TBR. Now, if you haven't heard about this read along, it's happening this Sunday. Now, this is a read along hosted by Kitty G and Elena from Elena Loves to Read, and I'll leave links to their YouTube channels down below, as well as a link to the Twitter group. It's one day only, and it's just a day to read graphic novels. And I thought this was a great opportunity, or a great excuse really, to take a day and to go through this little TBR. So I have 5 graphic novels that I'm going to talk about. I don't know how many of these I will get to during the read along. It is a whole day though, so I think this is a pretty reasonable TBR. So let's get started. Now the first 2 are part of the Whiteout series. So I've got volume 1, which I've read previously, and volume 2, which I have not read. I read volume 1 for a paper that I wrote in college, and you might recognize the title. It might sound familiar because they actually did turn this into a film with Kate Beckinsale. The film I don't think necessarily did all that well, though it's not a terrible movie. It has some issues, but I think the atmosphere, the acting, and the characters are all pretty good. The graphic novel is really great. I really enjoyed this, and while I was at my local comic book store picking up a few graphic novels for one of my cousins, I found this. And that was a few years ago, and I still haven't read it, and I really want to reread this one so that I can jump into this one and see what it's about. So these will be the first 2 I read. I'm definitely going to get through both of these. For those of you who don't know, they are about a U.S. Marshal. Specifically, the first one is about a U.S. Marshal who's stationed in Antarctica. She's kind of the lone lawman in the science research facility, which is being, I don't want to say evacuated, but there are certain parts of the year where the scientists have to leave because of the weather. And just as everyone is leaving for the year, a body is found. And as the lone lawman on the continent, she has to stay behind and investigate the murder. I'm not sure what the second one's about, but I assume it's probably another mystery, and still on Antarctica. And that's one of the things I kind of love about these books, is I love books set in kind of unique, remote, extreme climates and regions. And so the fact that they're set in Antarctica makes for really cool artwork and just a real fun, desolate, creepy story. The next 2 I have on my TBR are also part of a series, and they will be very familiar, probably, to you if you watch a lot of BookTube. And that is Saga, volumes 1 and 2. Now, this is a very popular graphic novel series, very well loved. I have never read them, and I have been meaning to read them. This first volume came out in 2012. I've probably been meaning to read this since 2012, let's be honest. These aren't exceptionally long, and so I'm thinking that I should be able to also get through both of these without too much difficulty. We shall see. And the last thing on my TBR is something that I saw Sam over at Thoughts on Tomes talk about, and it looked really beautiful, and so I figured, why not check it out? And that is Monstrous, volume 1. And I did check, and I think this is the only volume out. According to Sam, this is very complex, with a very large, complicated story that's kind of creepy with magic. I don't really know what it's about, but it sounded intriguing. Like, hey, complicated, magic, and creepy. Those all sound like great things. So I grabbed a copy of it. I don't know if I'll get through this. This one is definitely the longest of the graphic novels that I checked out, but even if I don't get to it on Sunday, I'm definitely going to read it before the end of the month. So that is my little TBR for the Let's Get Graphic read along. If you like graphic novels, or if you are interested in getting into graphic novels, if you have a few graphic novels lying around that you have been wanting to read, check out the Twitter to hear about all the stuff that's going on, and join us this weekend. Talk to you guys later.